Tarot doesn't predict the future. It hacks your brain. Every shuffle, every spread, every symbol. It's not summoning cosmic forces from the astral plane. It's rewiring neural circuits in your skull. And that's why tarot heals trauma, reshapes patterns, and calms anxiety. Not because of magic, but because your brain is more gullible than you think. Hi, I'm Paul, and this is Tarot Logic, an analytical approach to intuitive reading. The Big Secret. Tarot works because your brain hates unfinished stories. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect. Your mind fixates on unresolved patterns until they're completed. When you lay out a spread, your brain starts connecting the cards into a narrative, and that narrative becomes the closure you didn't even know you needed. That's not divination. It's neural engineering. Why it feels like magic. When you're in pain, confused, or lost, your brain is a mess of scattered signals. Tarot comes in and gives you structure, symbols, archetypes, and order. Suddenly, the chaos of your subconscious is mapped onto cardboard pictures. You see yourself reflected, and that moment of recognition feels like spirit whispering. But it's really your neurons firing in harmony for the first time in weeks. If tarot were really about telling the future, publishers wouldn't bother printing the Fool. They'd just replace it with a card that says, "Therapy would have been faster." The trauma hack. Here's where it gets serious. Studies show that externalizing your story, putting inner pain into an external form, reduces trauma symptoms. That's why therapy uses journaling, role play, and even drawing. Tarot does the same thing, but faster. It pulls your pain out of your head and onto the table. You're no longer drowning in it. You're looking at it. And the distance between me and my problem is where healing starts. Tarot as cognitive reframe. Cognitive behavioral therapy teaches people to reframe thoughts. Tarot is basically CBT with better art direction. Card says loss. You reframe its loss, but it's also transformation. Card says fear. You reframe it's fear, but it's also preparation. Your brain learns new associations. Old wounds lose their sting. That's not woo-woo. That's neuroplasticity. Why the skeptics miss it. Skeptics will scoff, "It's just pictures on paper." Yes, and your brain doesn't care. Your neurons light up the same way whether the symbol is the devil in tarot or a stop sign on the road. Symbols change behavior. That's why marketing works. That's why religion works. And that's why tarot works. Why the believers miss it. Believers say tarot is cosmic truth channeled by spirit. And maybe it is. But if you ignore the psychology, you risk falling into magical thinking, waiting for the cards to fix you, instead of recognizing you are the one doing the rewiring. The truth is in the middle. Your brain is the magician. Tarot is the wand. So how to use tarot to hack your healing. Step 1. Pull with intention. Don't ask, what's my future? Ask, what pattern is my brain stuck in? Step 2. Externalize the story. Speak the card aloud. Write it down. Make it tangible. That's how your nervous system processes it. Step 3. Reframe consciously. Don't stop at, this looks bad. Ask, what new frame of meaning can I build from this symbol? Step 4. Repeat the ritual. Neurons rewire with repetition. Tarot isn't one reading. It's practice. Tarot doesn't heal you because it's magical. It heals you because it hijacks your brain's natural storytelling, pattern making, and reframing abilities. It's not prophecy. It's psychology. It's not fortune telling. It's neural hacking. So if you've ever felt like a reading changed you, it did. Not because the universe bent for you, but because your brain did. If this episode offended the purists and the skeptics at the same time, perfect. Subscribe to Tarot Logic, where we don't chase fluff. We explain the mechanics of why the magic works. Until next time, read with clarity, read with structure, and always read with logic.